Video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of natural language design and how Ai Struct helps you implement it. So natural language design defines how applications should be written so that users can interact with structured data using only text. The best way to explain it is probably to start with an example. So let's order some burgers. This is a toy app that allows you to order burgers online. Before we do it through natural language, let's try doing it through a traditional method first. So we go New Order. Let's add a new order. Here's our list of meals. Let's pick a King Burger medium-sized meal. And let's modify our burger to add some bacon. And while we're there, let's remove the onions. Let's add another item. How about a vegan burger meal? Or actually, let's go meal in a small size. And why don't we modify that by adding a gluten-free bun? And let's change the fries to a salad. And finally, let's just add a cheeseburger by itself. And we'll modify that by taking out the pickles. And that'll do. So that's a pretty standard approach for ordering things. But let's do it using natural language. Here we see our menu items, and this voice-to-text works with the Chrome browser. So let's start. I want a large King Burger meal with extra bacon and no onion. Can I also have a vegan burger meal in a small size with extra avocado on a gluten-free bun with a salad as the side and a lemon drink? Can I also please have a medium cheeseburger meal with no pickles, no chocolate milkshake? And finally, can I get a cheeseburger by itself with extra bacon? So now we'll stop that. And that seems like a pretty good approximation of what I just said. So what we'll do is we hit save and we submit that to Ai Struct. Ai Struct goes through and pulls out all of the entities, the fields and relationships, and sends that back as JSON output. So this is a flat list here of all of the items that we've ordered and how they're related to each of the meals. So we can have a look through here. I've got a King Burger meal in a large size, add the bacon, no onion. We've got a vegan burger meal in a small size with avocado and a gluten-free bun with a salad at the side and a lemon drink. We've got a cheeseburger meal, no onions, no pickles, with a chocolate milkshake. And finally, we've got a cheeseburger by itself, add bacon. Great. So let's go back. So the natural language design principles that were just demonstrated are: only give the user free text input, provide the user cues to guide them where possible, structured entities and relationships, match the user input to the required database entities and fields, create the appropriate relationships between the entities, and use context-specific default values to fill in the missing data. So in the example with the burgers, where a meal was ordered with no mention of fries and drink, one was automatically added. And then lastly, we give the user the opportunity to correct any misunderstandings or change their mind. This is how humans normally interact. So in a typical restaurant, the customer looks at the menu, the customer tells the person taking their order what they want, and then the server reads back the order, and the customer makes any changes and confirms the order. So why would we combine natural language with structured data? So every aspect of our world is recorded as structured data, from something as trivial as ordering burgers, sales. People hate filling in forms because it forces them to do the work of structuring what they want into what the form wants. And filling in forms is slow compared to the speed that people can think and speak. But there are challenges of combining natural language with structured data. Firstly, speed. Interpretation has to be fast to provide an interactive user experience. It has to be cheap. The inference cost of translating natural language must be low. Quality is a challenge with large language models because they're inherently imperfect and inconsistent with their output. So achieving that consistency and complete results requires expertise in prompt engineering. And guide rails need to be set. So the LLM needs to know when translating the text, what data types and fields should be used. So a simple example could be when categorizing an organization in a sales context, should they refer to a customer or a client? Now, Ai Struct addresses these challenges by doing the critical aspect of one of those principles of convert the user input into structured entities and relationships. So AI Struct allows developers to quickly add natural language input to their application. Users first create a template that defines their required entities, fields, and relationships. Ai Struct provides a simple API to allow for quick and repeatable natural language conversion. And Ai Struct utilizes all the leading LLM providers, so as their models become quicker and cheaper, so does Ai Struct. I encourage you to give it a go today. Visit ai-struct.com to get started for free. And if you want to play around with the burger example, the links are on the screen now. Thank you.